What is going on, guys? It's Justin from the J Media back with another video. So I'm here in the family house. I want to do a little update on the car that we haven't talked about for quite a while, and that is my brother's 2020 launch edition Toyota Supra. So as you guys know, I pretty much was on the whole journey with my brother when he bought that car. It is the launch edition and he is the only and first owner of the car. If you guys don't know what the launch edition is and how different it is than some of the other Supras, nowadays you might see more Supras on the streets. The A91 Mark V generation, you have both the turbo 6-cylinder as well as the 4-cylinder. But with the launch edition, it is one of the first few models to ever came out for the Mark V Supra, and there's only 1,500 of the launch editions made worldwide. Each one does have a serial number as well as a sign by the CEO of Toyota, so that's super cool. And my brother's is number 117 of 1,500. There's a serial number there. Whenever they first came out, number 1 of 1,500, serial number 1, sold at the auction for, I believe, 2.1 million US dollars. So it was insane when it first came out. All the other launch editions, a lot of them sold for over sticker because back then everybody wanted the Supra when they first came out. So anyways, let's check out the car. Let's take a look at it. It's been a while since we've seen the car and talked about it. We also have a little Lego replica of the Mark V Supra. Alright, so here is the close-up of the Lego Mark V Supra. Really cool. This one is way smaller and easier to make. If you guys want to buy it, you can buy it off Lego for like 50 bucks. Way smaller and easier as compared to some of those other models on the back. Those took me like 15 to 20 hours to build on average. Anyways, let's go outside to the garage, check out the real Supra. And before I go to the garage, just wanted to show you guys these two. When he first bought the Supra, they came with these really cool. I'm not sure if all Supra owners get it or only the launch edition Supras, but it talks about some of the history. You get your Mark IV, Mark III, all the different generations of the Supra, the story. It's very cool. I always geek out over stuff like that because it really goes to show the history and heritage behind the Toyota Supra and what makes it such a legend. So anyways, there's that. We also have this, which is super cool. So yeah, this one is for launch edition owners only. It does say launch edition Supra here. Carbon fiber, very nice. And over here we have a nice booklet. This is how it looks. I'm guessing more stories, heritage of the Toyota Supra, the different generations. That's very cool. Race car from Gran Turismo. Yeah, it's super cool. Definitely a lot of heritage, a lot of R&D, especially since from the Mark IV to the Mark V Supra has been so many years. My brother's, if you guys are wondering, is in this color, the Absolute Zero. How to know if it's launch edition from the outside? Number 1, it does have the red mirror caps. The wheels are also a little bit different. They are all black. There are 3 different models. I think you can get the base model, the premium, as well as the launch edition, which is the most expensive of the 3. Hopefully, in many years to come, the launch edition will be one of the collector items since it does have a serial number. Power-wise and everything's the same. Interior, it does come with red leather seats as compared to just black. And there's also a serial number in the interior dash as well. So yeah, very cool. Just wanted to show you guys the book. Besides that, you also do get a free track day paid by Toyota. So that's pretty awesome. Sadly, when my brother bought the car back in 2020, you know, the pandemic hit. So a lot of the track days were not going on. So yeah, just wanted to show you this before I go in the garage and show you guys the actual car. Alright, so we're in the garage. Here is the Mark V Supra. So let's do a little walk around of the car from front to back. If you guys are new to the channel, we'll talk a little bit more about it. So here she is, the A90 Mark V Supra. And The car is not stock, it has been modified. Straight away you guys would notice, I did mention it's in absolute zero white, but this is a different color. So right after my brother got this car, he actually went through a few different stages of it. This is stage number 2. Stage 1 of the car was still in white. He threw on these wheels. These are AG Avant-Garde wheels, 20 inches. The stock launch edition wheels are in 19 inch. A lot of guys, if they track the car, they go down to 18s or 19s. He went with 20s, which are pretty big, more of like a showy setup, I guess. And then he also threw on these tires. These are the Nitto NT555 tires all around. I mean, AG wheels, they look pretty good, but personally, 20s I think are a little bit big for my liking. One of the first few things he also did was he got these fenders. So these are not stock, these are off the market. These are Evasive Motorsports EVS side fenders. And he still has a stock fender. Let's see, right over here. So they're just simple. With the EVS tuning fenders, they're really subtle. But yeah, nice touch to it. If you know, you know. He also did throw on a wing. Not this wing that he has right now, but he had a huge wing from Fly One Motorsports. There's a Fly One Motorsports Samurai wing. It's pretty huge. A lot of guys think it kind of looks like the Mark IV Supra wing, the TDR wing. It's pretty massive. He already sold it. It has like carbon fiber sides and carbon fiber top. I think for stage 1, oh, and then he also did replace the exhaust to HKS catback. Still has the cats and everything, but there's a dual tip HKS exhaust, which I think sounds pretty good. And I think for stage 1, more or less, that's about it. Stage 2, he went on to wrap it. So this color is really beautiful. He wanted green. I believe the brand he went with was Avery Dennison. And he actually got it wrapped here at a local shop here in Austin, Texas. Bespoke. So if you guys need your car wrapped, if you guys need PPF film done, stuff like that, you can hit up Bespoke here in Austin. And if you guys are wondering, this hood is off the market as well. It is not OEM. A very aggressive hood, which took a few months to get here. It's actually a full carbon fiber hood, but he had this part wrapped in green. So on the Mark V Supra is pretty interesting. The hood actually extends to the fenders as well. If you notice, the hood kind of wraps around this part of the wheel. So very interesting design versus most cars, say like my Lancer. Hood is just right there, fender covers the wheel. So a little bit of a different concept. But yeah, I think it looks really good. And like I said, exposed carbon, the full carbon hood. He exposed some carbon bits like in the middle and the side. If you guys are wondering what hood this is the Varis Horizon carbon fiber hood. Pretty expensive piece, which also took a while to get here because of the JDM weight. If you guys know, ordering parts from Japan always takes forever. But yeah, I think it looks really good. Let's see what else is done. So I gifted my brother some carbon fiber goodies for his birthday, I want to say 2 years ago. So these carbon fiber side mirrors look pretty good, both sides. So it's a cap. So what that means is the original launch edition caps are in red, but I felt like with the red and green kind of clash, as well as with some of the carbon bits in the car, like the carbon hood, I think some carbon accents look really good. So this just snaps right on. I think in the interior I also gave him like some carbon fiber turn shifter extensions. I also gifted him these LED sequential lights. They're smoked out. So before that, when it flashes, it's just amber flashing, but now it's kind of like a sequential loading sign. The small little stuff I gifted my brother for his birthday a few years back. Let's see what else here on the outside. Oh, and one of the latest edition, probably the latest part he got, which he waited the longest, was this carbon fiber wing. So I know some of you guys have been asking. He sold the old wing setup, and this wing right now that he has on is the Voltex Type 12, I think it's Type 12.5 carbon fiber wing for the Mark V Supra. I think the wing looks really nice. It is pretty subtle, but at the same time, you know, fairly aggressive. When you think of Voltex, you think of wings like this, which is very aggressive. Your end plate, you can tell it's Voltex right away. However, on this, you can't really tell. I know on certain cars they have a similar style wing. For example, for Voltex, they also made one wing like this for the Lexus LC500. So yeah, anyways, it's very nice. His old wing was huge compared to this one. And the cool thing about Voltex wings is they tunnel tested, which means they don't just, you know, go for looks. They actually were tunnel tested and proven to give downforce. So if you ever do track the car, you know, drive on a high speed, stuff like that, actually does add to the downforce. So full carbon, very nice. You know, end plates here are aluminum, I believe. You know, this is all not carbon. It's pretty standard. But yeah, very nice wing. Since he had a previous wing set up, he did have to bring it to a body shop to get it patched up and re-drill holes. But yeah, I think it looks really good. The wing, he waited for a long time. I believe he was probably the first or one of the first few Mark V owners here in Austin, or even in Texas, to actually get this wing. I want to say we waited definitely way over a year for this wing to come in from Japan. So yeah, the wing is also expensive with all Voltex parts. On average, a Voltex carbon fiber wing is going to run you easily $3,000 to $4,000. He might have paid more because it's for the Supra, and parts on the Supra just aren't cheap. Especially if you go with name brand Japanese parts like Varis and Voltex. Give you a rough idea, I want to say I think he paid like $5,000 for this carbon wing. Versus on mine, I didn't buy brand new. I bought it used off a buddy, but I still paid over $2,000 for it used. Brand new, probably $3,000 to $4,000. And then comparing carbon fiber hoods, mine is a VIS Racing carbon fiber hood. Paid about $1,500, I believe. Versus his Varis carbon fiber hood, he paid $5,000 for it. So definitely really expensive. You pay to play when you own a nice car like the Supra. Parts are more expensive. Also bear in mind, he got all these parts when the Supra pretty much just came out in 2020. So what that means was aftermarket support wasn't a lot back then. Versus now, you know, 3 years later, a bunch of other companies are starting to make parts for the Supra. For example, the hood, I know Saibon makes one. Similar style, various style, but it's from Saibon, it's not from Varis. Even the wing, I'm pretty sure there's companies making replicas of similar style wings. But yeah, I think more or less that's about it. Interior is stock, I believe. Under the engine bay, it's pretty stock too. If you guys are wondering, the car has pretty much set this way for at least a year. The latest part he put in was the Voltex carbon fiber wing. Oh, he does have, you know, small little stuff like a dash cam, a black view dash cam, small little stuff. But he's really just been enjoying the car, just driving it. You know, this is the weekend car, it's not his daily driver, but when he does drive it, they push it hard. Custom plates that he has as well. Persevere. Just like myself, my brother loves his custom plates. On his daily Tesla, he has Patience. And on the Supra, he has Persevere. And on his work truck, he has a different plate. So anyways, I just think this is a gorgeous car. What do you guys think? I know when it first came out, we had quite a lot of people hating that, oh, he has a BMW engine. Makes great power, great torque. I think it's a really nice all-around car. With the older Mark IV Supras, most guys drag race them, you know, high horsepower builds, straight line builds. With the Mark V, however, they're more like a road racing car where you can take it to a track day, you know, turn twisty corners. It's a really nice, nimble car, almost like the S2000. And you guys are wondering what other plans my brother has for the Mark V Supra. Quite frankly, he hasn't really been ordering parts for it. He doesn't have any immediate plans to sell the car, but he's just gonna enjoy the car the way it is. He did think about purchasing other fun cars as well, but maybe in the future, his focus is just on other hobbies, not so much cars. And quite frankly, he got into cars because of me. I'm a huge car guy. For him, not so much. He loves nice cars, but he's not a huge car guy like myself. He only goes to car events or car meets or photo shoots if it's because of me. Otherwise, he's like, you know, he just drives the car on the weekends, occasionally on a nice day. As for plans in the car, he did think about some additions like more power stuff. He does like the HKS blow valve. He does like the HKS intake, downpipe. You know, there's some stuff that he does like. So who knows, maybe in the future he'll do stuff like that. Because on startup, it does sound pretty good. If you guys are wondering, I don't have the keys to it right now because my brother's not home, but it does sound pretty good. However, after startup, after a couple of minutes, it does kind of quieten down a little bit because it does have cats in it. So maybe in the future he'll upgrade to downpipes. So if he does do anything, it's probably going to be intake or blow-off valve or a downpipe. That's what I know. For suggestions, I did suggest him getting a carbon fiber front lip. At some point he was thinking of going crazy with this car when he first got it. Not just a front lip, but the whole front bumper. He did like the Ings plus one front bumper. There's also a Pendant white body kit for the car. He did like the Liberty Walk white body kit. And when he first got the car, he had some crazy plans. He wanted to be, well, again, this was back in 2020. So back then there was no Liberty Walk Supra yet. And he likes Liberty Walk because they do make some nice wide body parts for the like, you know, Lamborghinis and very nice exotic cars. So he was thinking about it. If he were to do it, he would have been the first Liberty Walk Mark V Supra. But if you guys don't know, that Liberty Walk wide body kit doesn't come cheap. So does anyone have any idea what the gas might be for a Liberty Walk kit? The front and rear fenders, I'm not sure. I think it includes maybe a hood or a wing. I'm not sure what that whole kit includes, but that whole kit costs 17,000 US dollars. Yep, not 1,700, $17,000, which is pretty insane. You could buy a whole nother car for that. So in the end, he was like, you know what, it's pretty crazy expensive. He decided not to do it. Just wanted to keep the clean look, which I think, you know, over time, a clean look is always nice. So yeah, I am pretty happy with how the car looks. And you guys know I love my JDM parts. So I tried to guide my brother with some nice quality parts. And I'm glad he got parts from like Fotex, Ferris, HKS, really nice stuff. I would love that he went with TE37s. You guys know I love my TEs. I think they'll look really good on the Supra. But he likes stuff like that with more spokes. So anyways, at the end of the day, it's his car. It's a really nice car to ride in and drive. He has given me the opportunity to drive this car a few times. And it's definitely a pretty fun and fast car. Alright, so I hope you guys like that little walk around of the Mark V Supra. I know you guys haven't seen this car for quite a long time. Firstly, because, like I said, I don't live here. This is the family house and I live pretty far away. So what that means is I don't see two of my cars that I park here and I don't see the Supra much. And I know it's been a while, especially if you guys are new subscribers. You guys might see the Supra in the background once in a while, but don't really know about the car. So I just want to make this little walk around and update video for you guys who are newer to the channel. Again, if you guys stay to the end, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.